Hello everyone and welcome to another Rice Cooker Aviation video. Today we have a model review of the 1:400 scale United Airlines Airbus A319 in the new livery by Gemini Jets. This is the first model review on this channel, and I do plan to make more. So let's start the review. So here is the plastic cradle that has the model in it. And the plastic top and plastic sheet are off, and we can see the model. Nothing looks broken so far, so that's a good sign. So maybe the model is a little bit broken, SMH. Gemini Jets really needs to learn how to glue models together. So anyway, I will go glue the model back together and I will be right back. So I have glued the model back together and here is the United Airlines Airbus A319 in the new livery. I have to say I like this new blue livery more than the old one. The United titles are certainly much bigger than the titles on the old one, and the continental globe is bigger as well. There is some damage that resulted from the wings falling off, but I will show that later in the video. Here is the nose area. We have the Connecting People Uniting the World text and Star Alliance logo next to the L1 door. The cockpit is molded so that there are flat areas where the windows are printed, which looks very good compared to the Phoenix A320 mold, which has no mold detail around the cockpit area. The nose gear is a bit chunky for an A319 but it looks nice. So here is the middle section of the aircraft. The wings and engines are looking good, and these IAE engines look the right size, unlike Gemini's CFM engine mold. The rest of the United titles look great, and the color of the letters looks great. However, some damage occurred when the wings fell out and we will zoom into that now. Disgusting! So here is the paint cracking damage at the wing root. I noticed it right after I glued the wings back together, and it really doesn't look pretty. I suspect that this happened when the wings fell out. Quality control coming from Gemini nowadays is unacceptable and they have to get on top of this. End of my rant, back to the rest of the review. Here are the aircraft's IAE V2500 engines. They look like they are the right size, unlike Gemini's CFM engines. The rims look messy but the color is good. The pylons also look very good. Now let's move on to the tail area. This rear section of the model has the registration, November 8th 76 Uniform Alpha, the back door, 2 aerials, and the Wi-Fi dome. Everything looks very good, and we will move up to the vertical stabilizer in a second. And here is our beautiful blue United globe tail. Blue is my favorite color and I think it suits the aircraft very well. United have done a great job with this livery. It might be hard to tell in the photo, but the lighter top of the tail isn't fading into a darker blue very well. The light blue suddenly drops off into a dark blue. From the distance, it isn't very noticeable and isn't the biggest issue. Overall, the tail does look very good. I have flipped the model over so we can see its underbelly. The stand hole looks nice and we will put the model on a stand in a minute. However, there is one issue. There are no aerials underneath. The actual aircraft in real life has one aerial on the rear, and it isn't present on the model. Gemini is so cheap that they can't even put on one tiny aerial to make it more realistic. As real as it gets. I don't think so. Everything is acceptable though, but I'm just bothered by the fact that Gemini can't put an aerial on the bottom. I zoomed into the landing gear, and this is what it looks like under flash. There is glue everywhere, but this is only visible under a flash. But you can see there are strings and globs of glue scattered around the gear. I don't know what whoever was gluing this model together was doing, but they don't need to be like this with the glue. Just a drop will do. And here is the model on a Gemini Jets stand. It looks pretty nice and it fits much better than older A320 series models because this stand hole is much larger and deeper than old ones. It was unacceptable that Gemini's planes didn't even fit on their own stands. So overall I think this is a very good model. My recommendation if you're thinking about it is to buy it, but beware of defects because the quality control at Gemini Jets nowadays is terrible. Thank you all for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments and consider liking and subscribing. Goodbye.